Hi, so when you're ready, come to a comfortable seat, crossing the legs, sitting up tall, and we'll start with the eyes closed. Just taking a moment to feel the points of contact between yourself and the mat. So through the feet, the seat bones, and then growing a little taller through the spine, the back of the neck, up through the crown of the head. And we'll start by coming to the breath to help bring us into the present. So just feel the breath entering and exiting out through the nose, nice and softly. Feel the muscles in the face start to relax. Feeling the jaw unclench. And starting to send the inhales down a little deeper. Allowing the exhales to grow a little smoother and longer. On your next inhale, we're going to breathe in for the count of 4 and then out for the count of 4 as well. So when you're ready, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, once more, inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. Good, just pausing for a moment, come back to a natural rhythm of breathing. This time we're going to add in a pause at the top and a pause at the bottom. So we'll breathe in through the nose for 4, hold the breath for 4, exhale for 4, and hold the breath for 4 again. So when you're ready, close the eyes. We'll all exhale together so we can start at the same time. Take an exhale, empty the lungs. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Good. Return to a natural rhythm of breathing. Keep the eyes closed for a moment longer. And just take note of how you're feeling in your body and in yourself. We're just noticing, try not to worry too much about what you find. Maybe notice the quality of the breath now after that breathing exercise. And when you're ready, we'll gently open the eyes. Take the left fingertips by your side. And we'll inhale to reach the right arm up and over, coming into a side body stretch. So you can turn the gaze up to that top hand if it's comfortable. Breathing here. Deep inhale. Exhale, reaching forwards. Right hand comes down to the mat. Inhale, left arm sweeps up and over. Maybe turning the gaze up to that top hand. Breathing here. One more breath. And we'll exhale, come through center. So now one breath to one movement. So inhale to reach up. Exhale, reaching forwards. Inhale to reach. Exhale, coming forwards. Do one more on each side. Move at your own pace. Really feeling that stretch at the back of the body as you reach forwards. And then we'll come back to center. Take the soles of the feet together, moving into Baddha Konasana, so you can hold on to the ankles, let the knees fall to the sides. We'll start by sitting up tall. You could just flutter the knees from side to side, starting to loosen up at the hips a little. And then coming back to stillness. We'll inhale to sit up tall. And then exhale, we're trying to keep this length in the spine as you move forward, so the chest is coming towards the feet. Don't worry about getting too deep. Wherever you feel a nice opening and stretch at the hips is fine. And then hold there. If the knees are lifted, you could gently use the weight of your arms to move them a little closer to the floor. Coming back to those deep, smooth inhales and long exhales. And you might find that you inch deeper on the exhale. One more breath here. And then we'll inhale to lift ourselves back up. Again, we're going to come to a tabletop position. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Moving through our cat and cows to warm up the spine a little. So inhale, drop the belly down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Lift the gaze up to the ceiling. And then exhale, we're rounding through the back of the body. Navel draws towards the spine, chin to chest. Press through the hands, the tops of the feet. Good, again, inhale, drop the belly, looking up. Exhale, rounding through. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Great, come back to tabletop. And we'll step the hands forward. So we're going to lower down all the way to the belly. So take the forearms out in front. We want the arms about shoulder distance apart. And we want the elbows just slightly in front of the shoulders, although you can move this to make the position comfortable for you. So if you're quite tight in the back, you can step the elbows further forwards, and that's going to make the movement a little bit more gentle. So find a comfortable position, spread the fingers wide. Feel this length through your spine, your neck. We want the neck nice and neutral, so place the gaze in front of you and then slightly down towards the ground. And then breathing here. Use the exhales to feel the shoulders grow heavy. Feel the neck long. One more breath. Good. Hands come back under the shoulders, lifting up back to your tabletop. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders, spread the fingers wide. Engage your core, so navel draws towards the spine for a bit of support from within. Or tuck the toes under, come to a downward facing dog, pedaling out the legs or taking any movement you need here. So you might like to shake the head a little from side to side. Moving through the legs, the hips, pressing down through the fingers. Good. On your inhale, shift your weight forwards. We're bringing the shoulders over the wrists just for a moment. We're pushing the upper back body towards the ceiling. Press through all 10 fingers. Deep breath in. And then exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back to downward facing dog. One breath here. We're going to do that twice more. So inhale, shift the weight forwards, coming to plank. And then exhale, bend the knees, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. One cycle of breath in between. And last one, inhale, weight shifts forwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep inhale here through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. And we'll walk the feet into the center of the mat. So hands and feet meet in the middle of your mat. Take a gap or space between the feet, probably about hip distance apart. Bend the knees, ragdoll forwards. Forward fold. Taking the weight towards the front of the feet. If you like to find some movement here, you could hold on to the elbows and rock from side to side. Keeping this as a passive forward fold. So we're not straining to reach the ground, doesn't matter how close you are. One more deep breath here. Release the arms, step the feet as wide as your mat. So you want the toes spilling off the edges of your mat, so the heels are slightly tucked in. And then we're going to lower down into our Malasana or squat. So if this isn't comfortable, you might be up here. If the hips are a little bit tight, I'm just going to turn so you can see me. If you've got a little bit more space at the hips, you can sink down. Good. Hands can stay out in front for support. If you're comfortable to do so, you can take the palms together. Arms are on the insides of the legs, thumbs at your sternum, and we've got a good connection between the arms and legs. So legs are squeezing against the arms are resisting against the legs. Breathing deep, a really big stretch. Trying to keep the chest lifting towards the thumbs. 3 more breaths for 1, 2, and 3. Good. Take the hands behind you and we'll lower down to the mat. Take the feet down to your mat and we'll meet on our backs. So the feet step in towards the body and they're underneath the knees, about hip distance apart. Palms of the hands can be face down by your sides. Make sure the neck is long. So we're looking straight up to the ceiling. Press through the palms of your hands and the feet. We'll inhale to lift the hips and chest towards the ceiling. So mini back bend. And then exhale, lower the chest and the hips back down. So we're moving with the breath. Going again, inhale, lift the hips. And then the chest. Exhale, lower the chest. And then hips. Good, this time we're including the arms in the movement. So as you inhale, lift the hips. Reach the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, floating it all back down. So it should feel quite nice on the back of the body as you include the arms in the movement. So do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale. So nice, slow, controlled movements. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and just gather the legs together. We're going to hug the knees in towards the chest. So rounding through the back of the body. Stay in stillness for a moment. And always, if you feel like you need more of a counter stretch to the back bends, you can take the nose up to meet your knees. But if you're comfortable with the head relaxed, you can stay here. Maybe closing the eyes. And if after a few moments you want to find some movement, please do. So you could rock from side to side. You could draw circles with the knees. Either with the knees together or even the knees separately. And then maybe evening it out, so drawing circles the other way. Eventually meeting back in center. Good, take the shins parallel to the ceiling. Arms can come out to your sides. And we'll lower the legs to the right hand side. And then turn your gaze over your left shoulder, supine twist. Either softening the gaze here or closing the eyes completely. Make sure all the muscles at the stomach are soft and relaxed. Just Just resting here, 3 breaths, in and out through the nose. Last one. Use your next inhale to lift the legs through center and then come to the other side. So legs lower to your left, head turns over the right shoulder, maybe closing the eyes. Three more breaths here. After your third breath, lift the legs back to center, give them a last hug into the body, and then we'll extend the legs out long. So moving into our Shavasana, a final relaxation. So get comfortable. If you need to put on another layer or get a cushion under the head or a blanket, please do. We'll eventually meet with the eyes closed. Allowing the body to grow a little heavier. We're going to finish by scanning through the body from head to toe, just seeing if there's anywhere we could soften a little more. So let's start at the feet. Soften through the toes, the soles of the feet, and allow the feet to fall to the sides. And then feeling your legs grow heavy. Feeling the hips resting down into the mat. Feeling a rise and fall at the stomach as you breathe in and out. Softening through the fingertips, the wrists, feeling the arms grow heavy. Check there's no tension at the shoulders. And if there is, you can use your exhale to soften there. Softening at the jaw, the face, the mouth, maybe there's a gentle parting at your lips. And finally feeling the back of the head rest heavy into the mat. So with every exhale, feel yourself sinking a little heavier. And we'll end the practice here. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you need. Giving yourself this time for the body and the mind to have a rest. So thank you for joining me, and namaste.